Okay, we're going to start a new unit about chemical reactions. In order to understand that, we got to first learn about conservation of mass. So conservation of mass says that matter, which are made out of elements, cannot be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. So basically, this means that the sum of all the reactants has to be the sum of all the products. This means that whatever you start with in grams has to equal whatever you end with in grams as well. Okay, so you're going to add up whatever you have started in your reactants has to be equal to all of your products. So I'll color code this. Your reactants must equal all of your products. So if you have a chemical reaction, such an example down here, what are your reactants? Your reactants are anything that is before the arrow, and then your products are anything that is after the arrow. And so now let's read the question. It says 10 grams of chlorine, and we see how this chlorine should be in purple or pink here because it's before the arrow. And it says it reacts with 5 grams of aluminum fluoride. This is also before the arrow, so this is also a reactant. It produces 12 grams of aluminum chloride, which is a product. So I'm going to color it green. It asks how many grams of fluorine are also formed as a product. So basically, you're going to match these numbers and pieces of information, this 10 and 5, and this 12, and then we have a missing number here with this chemical reaction. So you're like substituting, right? So here, 10 is going to replace the first one, 10 grams. So this chlorine here, it reacts with how many aluminum fluorides? 5 grams here. You got to think of this arrow like an equal sign because they have to be equal on both sides, right? And you're going to replace the AlCl3 with 12 grams plus, and we're missing this number right here, which is F2. We don't know how many grams is here. So now you solve for like you're missing X, right, in algebra. What is 10 plus 5? It's 15. So you have 15 grams equals 12 grams plus some unknown number. So how do you get 12 to the other side? Okay, what the opposite of addition is subtraction. So 15 minus 12 is, the question mark is equal to 3 grams. You can do a quick check. 10 plus 5 is 15, which is on the left. 12 plus 3 is 15, which is on the right. So now they are equal. Okay, you can see these asked in multiple different ways. So let's look at the second question. It says 25 grams of chlorine. So once again, this number is at the beginning, right? And so this number is part of our reactants. Reacts with aluminum fluoride, right? So all of this is about the reactants. It produces 35 grams, right, of aluminum chloride and 7 grams of fluorine gas. It wants to know what? How many grams of aluminum fluoride was used? So what is it saying? It's saying that we don't know how much aluminum fluoride was used. So now we have to do substitution again. You know you started with 25 grams, so you replace the little substance here with the number 25, plus the unknown number, aluminum fluoride, is equal to what? You have 35 grams plus 7 grams like this, right? So you're doing the same thing. So this right-hand side is equal to what? 42 grams. So how do we get 25 grams off to the other side, right? So what is the opposite of addition? It is subtraction. So what is this unknown number? This unknown number is going to be 17 grams. You can do a quick check. 25 plus 17 is what? 42. And then 35 plus 7 is also 42. So you know you did this right. So what is this? If we wanted to like really label this, right? This is F2, and then this one was AlF3. Okay, so one last type of example here. It says if 6 grams of chlorine, so this is our reactant, reacts with 8 grams of aluminum fluoride, what is the total products, so already combined, that was produced? So then here, you are just going to do some quick addition, right? So 6 plus 8, remember these are our reactants, is equal to our products. So what is 6 plus 8? 14. 14 grams of products then is our answer. Okay, so that's how you do conservation of mass. Whatever you start with, reactants has to equal all of your products at the end.